So it's 6:20 a.m. and I'm officially 20 weeks out today of my first figure show. I'm going to get my body fat percentage tested right now with the InBody. So the last time I did it was I had done a weightlifting competition and I was pretty lean for it because I wanted to be in a certain weight class. So I haven't really, I've done a couple since then, but I'm about 10 pounds up from that show, which was almost 6 months ago. So I think I was at 18% body fat for that, and I weighed about 138. So I'm about 148 now. We're gonna see where my starting point is. My show is July 13th, so I'm officially 20 weeks out. Can we just take a moment? Not only did I come here to test my body fat percentage, but I came to work out because I always work out in the morning. How am I gonna do upper body with slippers?
Measuring your weight. Do not grab the handles or move. Weight measurement is completed. Starting your InBody test. Do not talk or move during the test. The test is completed.
You can see, so these are my last two. I've gained about 4 pounds. My muscle mass went up just a little bit. That's really frustrating. I feel like that should be higher. Body fat percentage went up just a little bit. And I'm holding about the same amount of water. That's really never a problem for mine. My left and right arm have the exact same amount of muscle, which is good. Down here, I have a slight imbalance between my right and left leg, but it's not significant. My visceral fat's a little bit high. Ideally, we want to see that between a 2 and a 5, and mine's at a 6. That's just a result of my diet. That's the fat surrounding my organs. So, and this is where all my fat is. So just a little bit in my legs, a lot in my trunk. So that's going to be my stomach, my butt, my back, and then just a little bit in my arms. Overall, not bad. A little disappointing, but it's expected. So I do want to go over my game plan for this prep because 20 weeks is not really normal. Most people cut for maybe 16, usually probably 12, especially if they've done this before. The reason I'm doing 20 is because when I cut for that weightlifting competition that I did back in October, that was the leanest I'd ever been, like, in my life. So I weighed 138, which I hadn't weighed since probably 8th grade, and I'm 22. So, but by far the leanest. So I definitely had more muscle and a lot less fat than usual. And it was relatively easy to get there, but I want to give myself extra time because my body has never been past that point. It's never been past 138 or 18% according to the InBody. My coach and I decided the first 2 to 4 weeks of my prep isn't even a cut. It's just finding my maintenance calories, making sure I know where I'm starting and I know the appropriate way to go about my cut. He's brilliant, so I trust him wholeheartedly. And I'm really excited about the prep because most people, like, when they go into prep, it's a super hard cut. They're extremely low on calories towards the last 4 to 6 weeks. They have no energy. They're doing 45 minutes to an hour and a half of cardio a day. My prep's not going to be like that at all. Cardio is a last resort. Right now I'm hitting 10,000 steps a day. That's mandatory. And then probably halfway through my prep that might bump up to 12,000. But that's it. There's no cardio. If we get close to the show, I'm 4 weeks out and I'm not where I need to be, that's when we're gonna say maybe let's add 10 minutes of HIIT cardio. Because I've been working the last 2 to 3 months or so to work on my metabolism and just build up calories. So right now I'm sitting at about 2,200 calories for maintenance, weighing 148. Okay, so my macros and calories for the next 2 to 4 weeks, I'm at 2,200 calories exactly, 212 carbs, 88 grams of fat, and 139 protein. But I'm gonna be eating the same thing on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and then on Saturday, Sunday, Tuesday, Thursday. My breakfast is always the same. I have berries, I have cream of rice with half a serving of whey protein, and then I have 3 eggs with goat cheese. My second meal is either 8 ounces of sirloin and 2 servings of white rice, or 8 ounces of salmon, a tablespoon of olive oil, and 2 servings of white rice plus almonds. And then my last meal is either 2 servings of white rice and either 8 ounces of bison or 8 ounces of sirloin. So super easy. The only thing that's changing is whether I have salmon or bison day to day. I have sirloin every day. And the reason being, beef has all the nutrients you need. Chicken really doesn't provide you any nutrients. It's basically just empty protein, and to me it tastes horrible, so I'm not going to eat it. Same thing with ground turkey or turkey in general. Beef has a lot of nutrients, a lot of iron, and it's going to be a lot better for my prep and for my mind and my body if I'm being fed a lot of nutrients and not just empty protein. So that's the reason my fat's so high, is because I choose higher fat proteins and I like fat. I eat 3 eggs in the morning. That's 15 grams of fat right there. My diet's really high in fat, and fat's what gives you energy anyway. Carbs are gonna basically make you crash in the middle of the day. My goal after prep is to cut out carbs and go anyway. So I'm doing this 20-week, like I said, I'm doing this 20-week prep because I'm spending 2 to 4 weeks just finding my maintenance calories, making sure I know where I'm starting, and then kind of attacking it from there and knowing I'm at a good starting point. And I want to make sure that I have 16 to 18 weeks to cut because my body's never been there before. Typically my body responds really well to eating properly, fueling properly, working out properly. It responds phenomenally when I do cuts. I'm really lucky that it responds like that because not everyone's does, and I know that's frustrating. But I've just never been past 18%, and ideally I'd like to see myself at or under 12%. So I'm really excited for this cut. And prep has begun, but the cut hasn't. So not 100% in just yet, but I'm really, really excited.